Thanks for joining me. My name's Stuart Reid and I'm a children's author. I've been to 2,000 schools and libraries and book festivals and basically it's my job to get kids excited about reading. With the younger children, one of the books I like to read is The Sneetches by Dr Seuss. Absolute classic. And it's a double whammy because one, it's a lot of fun to read, and two, it's got a cool message as well. See if you can see what it is. Let's go. The Sneetches by Dr Seuss. Now, the star-belly Sneetches had bellies with stars, and the plain-belly Sneetches had none upon theirs. Those stars weren't so big, they were really so small, you might think such a thing wouldn't matter at all. But because they had stars, all the star-belly Sneetches would brag. We're the best kind of Sneetch on the beaches. With their snoots in the air they'd sniff and they'd snort. We'll have nothing to do with you plain-belly sort. And whenever they met some when they were out walking, they'd saunter right past without even talking. When the star-belly children went out to play ball, could a plain belly get in the game? No, not at all. You could only play ball if your belly had stars, and the plain belly children had none upon theirs. When the star-belly Sneetches had frankfurter roasts, or picnics, or parties, or marshmallow toasts, they never invited the plain belly Sneetches. They left them out there, in the cold, in the dark of the beaches. They kept them away, never let them come near, and that's how they treated them year after year. Then, one day, it seems, while the plain belly Sneetches were moping and doping alone on the beaches, just sitting there wishing their bellies had stars, a stranger zipped up in the strangest of cars. "My friends," he announced in a voice clear and keen, "my name is Sylvester McMonkey McBean, and I've heard of your troubles, I've heard you're unhappy, but I can fix that, I'm the fix-it-up chappie. I've come here to help you, I have what you need. My prices are low and I work at great speed. My work is 100% guaranteed." Then quickly, Sylvester McMonkey McBean put together a very peculiar machine. And he said, "You want stars like the star-belly Sneetches? My friends, you can have them for $3 eaches. Just pay me the money and hop right aboard." So they clambered inside and the big machine roared. It clonked and it bonked and it jerked and it burked and it bopped them about, but the thing really worked. When the plain belly Sneetches popped out, they had stars. They actually did. They had stars upon theirs. Then they yelled at the ones who had stars at the start. "We're exactly like you now. You can't tell us apart. We're all just the same now, you snooty old smarties. And now we can go to your frankfurter parties." "Good grief," groaned the ones who had stars at the first. "We're still the best Sneetches, and they're still the worst. And now, how in the world will we know?" They all frowned, "if which kind is what, or the other way round." Then up came McBean with a very sly wink. He said, "Things are not quite as bad as you think, so you don't know who's who. That's perfectly true, but come with me, friends, I know what to do. I'll make you again the best kind of Sneetches on beaches, and all it will cost you is $10 eaches." "Belly stars are no longer in style," said McBean. "What you need is a trip through my star-off machine. This wondrous contraption will take off your stars, so you won't look like Sneetches who have them on theirs." And that handy machine, working very precisely, removed all their stars from their tummies quite nicely. Then their snoots in the air they paraded about. They opened their beaks and they let out a shout. "So we know who is who. Now there is no doubt. The best kind of Sneetches are Sneetches without." Then, of course, those with stars got frightfully mad. To be wearing a star now was frightfully bad. Then, of course, old Sylvester McMonkey McBean invited them into his star-off machine. Then, of course, from then on, as you probably guess, things got into a terrible mess. For the rest of the day on these wild screaming beaches, the fix-it-up chappie kept fixing up Sneetches. Off again, on again, in again, out again, through the machine. They raced round and about again, changing their stars every minute or two. They kept paying money, they kept running through, until neither the plane nor the starbellies knew whether this one was that one, or that one was this one, or which one was what one, or what one was who. Then, when every last cent of their money was spent, the fix-it-up chappie packed up and he went. And he laughed as he drove in his car up the beach. "They will never learn. You can't teach a Sneetch." But McBean was quite wrong, I'm happy to say, that the Sneetches got really quite smart on that day. The day they decided that Sneetches are Sneetches and no kind of Sneetch is the best on the beaches. That day, all the Sneetches forgot about stars and whether or not they had them upon theirs. The end. I love that book. Makes you think though, doesn't it? What do you think about the story? Thanks for joining me. See you next time. Bye-bye.